Well, fresh from her US election defeat, Kamala Harris has re-emerged with a Christmas message of sorts.
I knew y'all were in town. I couldn't let it go without coming by to say hello and to say thank you to everyone here, all of these extraordinary leaders. I wanted to come by and say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, whatever you may celebrate. But most important, let's make sure we celebrate each other.
Joining me now is Sky News contributor Beau Davidson. Beau, thank you so much for joining us. Look, this was another crazy word salad, but has she unveiled a new accent there as well?
Well, it's extraordinary to be with you, Danica. I just want to say it's an extraordinary time for extraordinary leaders, and y'all, it's a blessing to be here. And oh my gosh, Danica, Culture Club, you may know the song, has updated their song, and I thought you might want to hear a little bit of it. It goes like this. Kamala chameleon, her accent comes, it comes and goes. How many accents have we heard from this woman? It's dozens at this point. We've heard Boston, we've heard Southern, we've heard a little bit of everything. And she did it on the campaign trail, and she continues to do it. And I think that just shows, Danica, why this woman was never destined to be president and never will. It amazes me how she continues to do this faux pas after faux pas, word salad after word salad, accent after accent. But wait a minute. I thought she said, how dare we say Merry Christmas? Or let me do it in her accent. How dare we speak Merry Christmas? And here she is saying Merry Christmas. So, but ladies and gentlemen, Danica, for your audience, I'd just like to say, little PSA, don't drink and drive this holiday season. We know that. But also don't drink and make speeches, lest you're going to sound like, a drunken version of the Nutty Professor.
Yeah, good advice. And look, I've got to say, Beau, I will never be able to listen to Culture Club in the same way again. I think you've absolutely nailed that one. Now, look, I want to ask you about Donald Trump's pick for Defence Secretary Pete Hegseth. He has pushed back against allegations of drinking on the job, inappropriate sexual behaviour and financial mismanagement. And here he was overnight taking on the media. Have a look at this.
I'm proud of what I fought for. I'm not going to back down from them one bit. I will answer all of these senators' questions, but this will not be a process tried in the media. I don't answer to anyone in this group, none of you, not to that camera at all. I answer to President Trump, who received 76 million votes on behalf and a mandate for change. I answer to the 100 senators who are part of this process and those in the committee, and I answer to my Lord and Savior and my wife and my family. I'm proud to be here. And as long as Donald Trump wants me in this fight, I'm going to be standing right here in this fight, fighting to bring our Pentagon back to what it needs to be.
Beau, I thought he was very measured in his answer there. Take us through what is going on, and will Trump continue to back him?
Well, he's right that no one should be tried by the media. I mean, he should not be tried by the media, nor should anyone else. And here's why. America went through this whole confirmation nonsense with Justice Brett Kavanaugh of the Supreme Court, and the media excoriated him. They scolded him. They lambasted him. They said he was guilty until proven innocent. And that was a trial by media. It was not a fair process at all. And he did end up getting confirmed. But, Pete has a right to address these accusations. But Article 2 of our U.S. Constitution states advice and consent by the Senate. He should speak to those senators. Every one of those senators has a different process and a different method for determining whether they want to confirm a nominee or not. But that's our constitutional process. So Pete should have a right to address these accusations, which each one of those senators can then address accordingly. But the senators represent we the people. That's how our system was set up. And we trust those senators to ask the right questions. And Danica, maybe how Pete handles this process will determine whether Trump stands by him or not. But the truth of the matter is it's a process. It was designed by the founders of this country. It is in Article 2 of the Constitution, and it requires that 51 senators vote to confirm him. So I think we have to let this process play out the way our founders intended it and not be determined by the media, who has been wrong and who has chastised people that's been totally unnecessary. So Pete deserves his own fair day with those senators.
Yeah, look, fair enough. Now, before we let you go, Beau, it seems old Sleepy Joe has returned. Here is Joe Biden dozing off at a meeting with African leaders.
Aiming at aligning this project with national priorities and other bilateral and regional commitments. In closing,
Beau, let's not forget this is the man who wanted to run for president again.
Yeah, well, he was just in Africa. I'm sure you'll know this song. I'll take you back to 1961. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, Joe Biden sleeps tonight. Everybody knows that song, but Joe Biden is the one sleeping. And here's what's amazing, Danica. Even though he's been sleeping this entire time, he has somehow managed to give billions to Africa and Ukraine. I mean, the man is spending like a drunken sailor, but somehow under the influence of melatonin. I don't understand. So we here in America, Danica, thought that maybe he would just casually sleep his way out for the rest of the presidency. But instead, he's spending like a drunken sailor. So just a note from all of us America to you, Joe, just take a long nap. Take a long, nice winter's nap. Don't spend on America's credit card. Please put America's credit card away. We don't need you to spend. We don't need you to be in any more problems that this country has faced. You've done enough. You've done enough. So please go to sleep, eat some oatmeal, pour some tea, and please sleep your way out through the rest of this presidency. We don't need you doing anything worse for this country.
Honestly, Beau Davidson, I have loved your musical edition of our interview today. And as always, you have nailed it, this time in a song version. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. We'll see you next time.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Danica.